Alright, so this is probably the only time I'm going to talk about this, but it seems there's a controversy right now with a game called Atomic Heart. It's being developed by a developer called Munfish, and Munfish is under fire right now. I think this is the tweet that really caused it. And there are people in the tweet saying that they are advocating for an ongoing genocide, that they are a Russian developer, and conflating the ideals of the Russia-Ukraine war onto this game, even though this game does not take place in current events and it's an alternate reality. Read my lips. Alternate reality. We'll get into what that means slowly for the people in the back. I don't believe they are advocating for genocide, and they were corrected on the idea that these developers right here are Russian. They are not Russian. They are from France. They are based around Cyprus. The publisher is based in France, at least, and it's not just a Russian game. I don't know what is all the conflating about. It's we've played games in the Soviet Union before. We've fought aliens. We fought, Nazis in the Soviet Union games in the past, but this is alternate reality. Alternate reality is what I would dub a game as like taking microbes of a fictional war. It's based in the past, so the 1950s. You got your Soviet Union stuff, you got your World War II stuff based around then, and they take a microbe of truth and then they just completely alter it and change the DNA of what really happened. So instead of World War II playing out how it did, you'll have Wolfenstein, where they have situations where the Nazis won. And then you go through and you fight these giant robot dogs, and they didn't fucking exist back then in the 1950s. You got Resistance Fall of Man, where once you go to Resistance Fall of Man, you'll see that the game takes place in a fictional 1951 story where it's around World War II time, or at least the end of it, and you fight an alien known as Chimera that takes over the United Kingdom, and everything becomes a mess. We don't have aliens running around with fucking split heads and like 3,000 eyeballs in real life. It's alternate history. It doesn't take place in a reality where it's ours, so to speak. They tip the scales a lot, and you'll see these sort of futuristic sci-fi elements sprinkled throughout to make a fun and engaging game and story. And I think now we have to preach these terms and phrases to other people because they just don't get it. They just don't read enough. Reading is abolished in the year 2023. It's been for a long time. Like, there's been dumbasses all over the place for a long time now. We're just really getting the brunt of their intelligence and IQ being down in the toilet on social media. So I don't think the developer is trying to hurt or get people in their feelings and saying, "Hey, we're supporting Russia." I think what happens is the internet is a game of telephone. I know the developers did block someone because they wanted to talk about Russia and Ukraine, and maybe the developers just don't want to talk about it. Maybe they're inclined to do that. They're inclined to do with their timeline what they please, and they decided not to go into that topic in order to probably avoid controversy, avoid talking about that game. But I believe that article alone that was mentioned, they probably took that as a game of telephone. They took it and they said, "Hey, you guys are now doing this. You're supporting Putin, and we're gonna take this and we're gonna run with it. So don't support Atomic Heart." And that's the most asinine thing that has come out of this situation. Just slander against these people for nothing. And I never heard of this game until now. I never even fathom of playing it until now. If it's gonna be on Game Pass, I'll check it out. No problem. I saw some of the gameplay and it looks very nice. It looks very cool. And I like those Wolfenstein inspired games that just try to take a little microbe of history and go balls to the wall with it. What's the problem? There is no problem. That's how I feel about the controversy of Atomic Hearts. People shouldn't take it too hard that much. I mean, the main thing people are going to be doing is looking at all these hot, sexy robots and deciding how they're going to vastly fill these androids with seed, and that's going to be it. I mean, I'm not outing myself for saying I would fuck an android, but I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, I wouldn't mind slanging it around a little bit, motherfucker. I need to get out of here. I need to leave. We're not talking about putting my brain in a robot body and getting some robot cheeks. That's the end of this story. So I will see you guys next time. You can find my links in the description below. I think this is a huge controversy. People making mountains out of molehills. It's time to just enjoy the game for what it is, or maybe if it's, we got to see if it's good or not, but you know, enjoy the concept and see where it goes, and see what we could do instead of conflating these real wars and stuff like that. We've already had the situation where advanced wars got delayed because of the Russia-Ukraine war. Some people are more sympathetic towards it, and I get it. It's a real thing that's going on. I understand supporting Ukraine, but this game has nothing to do with that entire situation, and that's it. And we should just chill out and give it a chance and give it the benefit of the doubt and see where it goes from here. It could tell a great story and have aliens and dogs and all that shit running around in the past where none of that occurred in real life. Let's be honest, none of that occurred. It's alternative history. It is history books that is made up to be fiction from some slight real world events here or there. But that's it. It's not meant to resemble real life, past, present, or future. Please understand this. This is a dangerous precedent to set. This is essentially, again, trying to conflate reality and fiction together, and folks not getting it. Let them change the past and make their own stories with it. I don't see the problem. They should be creative, ambitious, and free to do what they please with the source material. They don't have to use it to offend anybody, and I don't think that's their intention. Their idea is to make a fun game in the process. That's it. Please understand. Until then, I'm signing out. This is going almost for 8 minutes, so I just had to express and get this off my chest because now people are going after alternative history, and I've played so many cool alternative history games. Go out there, play Atomic Heart, play Wolfenstein, play fucking Resistance. That's a great series. Resistance 3 is the best one so far. I really fucking love that game. Just going around and blasting chimeras with a shotgun and taking the auger and just, oh man, it's so good. But for real, I'm out this time. See you guys later, and peace out.